Hey, strong people. Artemis, Scantalides here, owner of Iron Body Training Systems, Iron Body by Artemis, and the Women's Strength Workshop, I'm Not Afraid to Lift. Today I'm going to show you real quick a bridge series for your glutes. It's really good prep for before you work out, or if for some reason you don't have time to do it before your training session, you will have benefits if you do it after. And it's something that you can do every day if you want. I do recommend doing it at least 3 to 4 times a week. So super simple, it's 4 moves. One of them is single leg. So when you set your timer to do it, you're gonna set your timer for a 30-second work, 5-second transition split, so 30 and 5, and you wanna set it for 20 rounds so that you end up doing 2 full sets of everything. And it'll take you 11 and a half minutes to do. So first is a hip distance bridge. So feet should be hip distance. You want to be able to fit your fist between your knees. And you're going to do a full range bridge here. So feet are hip distance. And then from here, you're going to squeeze your glutes and come up. When you come up into that bridge, you want to make sure that the middle of your back stays on the floor. So you don't want to come up into hyperextension. It's not a yoga bridge, it's more of a Pilates bridge, where your upper back stays on the floor. You're going to squeeze your glutes, come into neutral spine, and you want to think of squeezing your glutes from the outside in. So you're going to do full range. When you come down, your hips are just going to hover over the floor. So coming all the way up, full extension in the hips without going into hyperextension, lowering down so that your hips hover over the floor. So full range here, you're gonna do that for 30 seconds, then your timer will go off, 5-second transition, and then you're just going to go up onto your toes into a calf raise position, and you're gonna pump. Just little pumps for 30 seconds. Then the next bridge, you're gonna go into a wide bridge. So feet are outside of the hips, toes are slightly externally rotated by 20 to 30 degrees. Same thing, full range, 30 seconds. That timer will beep, you'll have a 5 seconds transition. You're gonna go up onto your toes, calf raise position, and then you're gonna pump. Then the third bridge is a butterfly bridge. So feet together, you wanna make sure here that you don't let your knees collapse out. You wanna keep them active, squeeze your butt. Now from here, you're gonna squeeze your butt and lift, and then lower, again, hips hover over the floor, up and down. Then you're gonna have that timer will go off, 5-second transition, and then you're just gonna pump at the top. Brett Contreras calls these frog pumps. So it's I call it a butterfly bridge, butterfly pumps, but I guess frog pumps, it rings a little bit nicer in the ears. Okay, then that timer will go off, 5-second transition. Last bridge you're gonna do is a single leg bridge, full range. You're gonna come all the way up and down. What you're looking for here is to make sure that you don't, on the hip of the leg that's off the floor, you want to make sure that it doesn't drop down. You want to try and keep these hips square through the movement. So take your time as you go through that single leg full range. When that timer goes off, you're going to stay on the same leg, 5-second transition, and then you're going to pump for 30 seconds. And then you're going to switch to the other side, get your full range, 30 seconds, and then your pumps for 30 seconds. And then you'll go back around and you'll repeat the entire series one more time. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can add a band. I recommend this is a big band rather than there's some smaller ones, but this is a larger band so that you can really, especially when you get into the butterfly bridge and the wider bridges, you don't feel restricted. You feel like you have a little resistance, and you feel like you have a little bit of a challenge, but you don't feel totally restricted. So if you want to make it a little bit harder, you just get that band. I recommend a big band, place it above your knees, and you don't need to use it for the single leg bridge, but you can use it for the other 3 bridges. And that will add a little bit of resistance. I do recommend starting body weight first, and then start to incorporate the band once the body weight gets manageable. So enjoy that hip bridge series. There's lots you can do to prep, but that's a super simple one. Again, it'll take you 11 minutes, 30 seconds. If you don't have time to do it before your training session, then see if you can fit it in afterwards. Enjoy.